Welcome to our documentary, The Haunting of Willowbrook Manor. In this film, we will explore the dark and mysterious history of one of the most haunted places in New England. We will uncover the secrets and horrors that lie within this grand, decaying estate, and we will attempt to communicate with the spirits that haunt it. Our story begins with the Brookes, the wealthy and enigmatic family that built and owned Willowbrook Manor for generations. The Brookes were a powerful and influential dynasty, but they were also plagued by a terrible curse that bound them to the house and its sinister secrets. The Brookes family originated from America, where they were nobles and landowners. They migrated to England in the 1700s, seeking new opportunities and fortunes. They settled in New England, where they acquired vast lands and resources. They became one of the richest and most prominent families in the region, but they also gained a reputation for being eccentric and reclusive.
The Brookes family was always shrouded in mystery and secrecy. They rarely interacted with the outside world, preferring to keep to themselves within their mansion. They were known for their lavish and extravagant lifestyle, but also for their strange and unusual hobbies.
The Brookes family was fascinated by the occult and the supernatural. They collected rare and exotic items from different cultures and civilizations, especially those related to magic and mysticism. They had a hidden library full of forbidden books and arcane artifacts, where they studied ancient texts and rituals.
The Brookes family was also involved in several scandals and controversies. They were accused of being cruel and ruthless to their workers and tenants, exploiting them for their own benefit. They were also suspected of being involved in illegal or immoral activities, such as smuggling, gambling, or even murder.
Willowbrook Manor was the crowning glory of the Brookes family. It was a magnificent Gothic mansion that reflected their taste and ambition. It was built in the late 1800s by Edgar Brookes, the patriarch of the family at the time. He spared no expense in creating his dream home, but he also paid a high price for it.
Edgar Brookes was a visionary, but also a tyrant. He had a grand vision for his mansion, but he also exploited his workers and contractors. He was known for being harsh and demanding, and often withheld payment or threatened legal action.
Edgar Brookes was also a collector of rare and exotic items. He traveled around the world, acquiring artifacts from different cultures and civilizations. He displayed them in his mansion as trophies of his conquests.
Edgar Brookes was also fascinated by the occult. He studied ancient texts and rituals and experimented with dark magic. He believed he could unlock the secrets of life and death and gain immortality.
Edgar Brookes' mansion was filled with traces of his sinister experiments and rituals. He used blood sacrifices, summoning circles, pentagrams, and other symbols of dark magic to try to contact or control otherworldly forces. He also had a secret basement where he kept his most dangerous and forbidden items.
Edgar Brookes was playing with fire. He was meddling with forces he didn't understand, and he paid the price. He unleashed something evil in this mansion, something that haunts it to this day.
Edgar Brookes was not only obsessed with his mansion, but also with his legacy. He wanted to ensure that his family would inherit his wealth and power, but he also wanted to control every aspect of their lives. He treated his wife and children as possessions, not as people.
Edgar Brookes' wife, Eleanor, was a beautiful and gentle woman who came from a noble family. She married Edgar for love, but soon realized her mistake. She endured years of physical and emotional abuse from her husband, who isolated her from the outside world and subjected her to his whims and whimsies.
Edgar Brookes' children, Edward and Elizabeth, were also victims of his cruelty. They were raised in a strict and oppressive environment, where they were denied any affection or freedom. They were forced to follow their father's rules and expectations, and were punished severely for any disobedience.
Edgar Brookes' servants, Thomas and Mary, were loyal and faithful to their master, but they also witnessed his atrocities. They served him dutifully, but they also suffered from his wrath. They were often beaten, starved, or locked up for minor offences.
Edgar Brookes and his family were trapped in a nightmare. They were living in a house of horrors, where they faced terror every day. They had no escape, no hope, no peace.
Edgar Brookes and his family were living in hell. They were tormented by the evil that he had unleashed in this mansion, as well as by his own madness. They were haunted by unexplainable apparitions, malevolent spirits, and blood-curdling screams that echoed through the manor's endless corridors.
The nightmare ended on the night of October 31, 1899. A massive fire engulfed Willowbrook Manor, killing Edgar Brookes and his entire family. It was one of the most devastating events in the history of New England, but it was also one of the most mysterious.
The fire was reported by a passing traveller, who saw the flames from a distance. He alerted the nearest town, but by the time the fire brigade arrived, it was too late. The mansion was already reduced to ashes.
The fire was ruled as an accident by the authorities. They speculated that it was caused by a faulty gas lamp or a lightning strike. However, there were some who doubted this explanation. They suspected foul play or sabotage.
The fire was also surrounded by rumours and speculations. Some said that it was an act of revenge by one of Edgar Brookes' enemies or victims. Some said that it was a suicide pact by his family or servants. Some said that it was a result of his occult experiments gone wrong.
The fire destroyed Willowbrook Manor, but it did not end its haunting. It was the night when the spirits of Edgar Brookes and his family were unleashed into this world. It was the night when Willowbrook Manor became a portal to the other side.
The fire was more than just a natural disaster, or a human tragedy. It was also a supernatural event that marked the beginning of the haunting of Willowbrook Manor. It was the night when this place became one of the most haunted places in New England.
Willowbrook Manor has been abandoned for over a century, but it has never been forgotten. It has attracted many curious and brave visitors over the years, who have come to explore its ruins and secrets. Some have come to seek answers, some have come to seek thrills, some have come to seek contact. We are among those who have come to Willowbrook Manor, but we are not here for fun or entertainment. We are here for serious research and investigation. We have brought with us some of the most advanced paranormal equipment available today, such as EMF meters, thermal cameras, EVP recorders, and spirit boxes. We hope to capture evidence of the paranormal activity that occurs in this place, and to communicate with the spirits that haunt it. As we explore Willowbrook Manor, we encounter many signs of its haunting. We hear phantom footsteps, ghostly whispers, and chilling screams. We see shadowy figures, glowing orbs, and moving objects. We feel cold spots, electric shocks, and physical touches. As we try to communicate with the spirits of Willowbrook Manor, we receive many responses. Some are friendly and helpful, some are angry and hostile, some are sad and desperate. Some are from Edgar Brookes and his family, some are from other people who have died here or visited here.